Hello, I am Drag, and this is my third installment of my Pokemon Life Story series, which is a tag. I guess it's a hashtag. Yeah, a hashtag started by Little Luxray over on Twitter. And in this picture, I want. So, two of the Pokemon have evolved. One is at their quote unquote final stage, the other is not. But in this one, I'm going to explain my love of Altaria. And put simply, I love Altaria. Like when the Ruby and Sapphire games actually first came out, I was just like looking through my brother's strategy guide and like at the Pokemon, and they stopped on I stopped on Altaria, and I'm like, oh my god, what is that? What is that Pokemon? I don't know what it is, but I need this Pokemon. Like I need it. I need this Pokemon. And after that, I just fell in love with it. Although the funny thing is, I'm not actually a big fan of Swablu, which really doesn't make any sense to me. Like why would I be infatuated with one but not the other? But I love Altaria, and in my main game, I actually didn't even get one. Like in my first Pokemon Ruby version, I didn't actually get an Altaria until after I beat the Pokemon League, because I wasn't about to train a Swablu. Yes, I was that petty. I was not about to train a Swablu to like evolve into an Altaria. So I waited till after the game to like go to the Sky Pillar, and then I just like searched around for like 30 minutes until that beautiful dragon bird finally appeared. And I was like, here we go. And this was back before I believed in like only using Pokeballs. So I like threw an Ultra Ball at it and I caught it. I was so happy. And then that thing was on my team for like ever. But in my newer games, Omega, it's not Omega, it's Alpha. Alpha Sapphire and Mega Alpha Sapphire. In Mega Alpha Sapphire. In Alpha Sapphire, I actually bit the bullet and I caught a Swablu and I trained it and I evolved it and it was just awesome. It like became a staple of my team. It became the best. It beat Xenia. By the way, I hate Xenia. Like I think that she's like one of the worst Pokemon characters ever introduced. I can get into that later. You know, why not just say it now? Okay, I did not like Xenia for the sole purpose of they made her story kind of mandatory. Where it's like, oh yeah, like I, I just want to catch a Rayquaza and then just like have it sit in my party. I mean, my PC box for eternity. Like I don't care about the asteroid. I don't care about whatever dragon type species they are. It doesn't matter. My Altaria will destroy it anyway because it has Moonblast or whatever other fairy type. Dragons actually become kind of a weak type ever since the fairy type was introduced. Let that sink in. And what else do I have to say about Xenia? I just thought I didn't like her. I didn't like her character. I thought she was actually really annoying. I hated how she always wanted to battle. Like after I caught Rayquaza, like it was just like a long stretch of a cutscene that I couldn't save, and that kind of irritated me. Because the only time that these long ass cutscenes would ever actually appear is like when I was on the road and my DS was already on the red, and I was like, are you kidding? So yeah, I did not like Xenia. So back to Altaria. My love of this Pokemon is just like, how do I put it? It's unyielding. Like it's a cloud bird. Like its wings are made of clouds, and it's a dragon type, which already makes it like, oh, I loved it. And Winona's, I so in my what version was it? I think it was Ruby version. In Ruby version, I had a magneton, and I didn't know at the time that Winona's Altaria knew Earthquake, because in my brain I was like, oh, it's a flying type. Flying types can't learn Earthquake because that wouldn't make sense. And so I sent out my magneton, and it was just like, oh, Altaria used Earthquake, and she killed my Magneton in one hit. And I'm like, oh, Magneton was a staple of that team, and it was probably the best Pokemon of that team. And Magneton, actually, funny story about Magneton. Magneton was actually my second Pokemon that I ever that I ever got to level 100. The first one was a Swellow that got deleted. The Magneton also got deleted, but it wasn't by me. I didn't delete any of those Pokemon. Anyway, the thing. So this is like a common like point of what's it? Contention, is that the right word? It's a contentious. It's a contentious topic in the Pokemon community. Is that Pokemon sizes are always like not what they appear to be. So like, Furret is like 5, like almost 6 feet long, but Charizard's only like 5'7". Like most grown men are taller than Charizard. Oh, I say most American grown men. Most fully grown American men are taller than Charizard. And I don't like Charizard. Just gonna say that. I don't like Charizard. I think it's overrated. And that's why I don't like Charizard. It's not a dragon either. Charizard was never meant to be a dragon. Don't at me. Let's see, what was I saying? Oh, sizes. Okay, so a lot of the Pokemon sizes, they just don't make sense as far as the Pokemon's appearance goes. And one of the Pokemon who I felt just like size didn't make sense was Altarius, because like it's a powerful dragon and it's like 3 feet tall or something. That doesn't make any sense. Like it's like it's found at the Sky Pillar next to like one of the most powerful Pokemon in the entire game. And it's only 3 feet tall? Like, I have such trouble believing that. So, in my region, I made them like 8 feet tall because that makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that they would be 8 feet tall. Like, you cannot argue that with me. It makes sense that they would be that big. And because it's a powerful dragon, and I want to ride on its back and its fluffy cloud wings. So that's why the Altaria is so big. And also, this is actually, I believe it's canon in the Pokemon universe, but Altaria is migratory. And so in the region that I made, the Havio region, shameless plug, disgusting. Anyway, I made it like a migratory species, and with it, like, it brings along fog, like, to protect itself and whatnot, like, to protect, like, as they go to the, lakes and rivers and forests, and that's how you find an Altaria in the region. You have to find it in its migration season. And also, I know this is gonna sound weird, but if Altaria was real, I think that it would be an apex predator. For those that don't know, an apex predator is at the top of whatever food chain it's in. So think bears and tigers. Altaria would be one of those. Like, you can't, like, if it's an 8 foot tall bird, like, what? Maybe an Ursaring, I guess, but like, it's a dragon, and Ursaring is just like a normal bear. Like, Altaria can learn Ice Beam, and Ursaring can learn Focus Blast, which misses like 900% of the time. So like, there's no real competition. I can see an Altaria eating an Ursaring, but I cannot see an Ursaring eating an Altaria, if that makes any sense. Okay. Let me talk about the actual picture. So in this picture, you could see my little persona, like, hopping on Altaria's back, getting ready to fly somewhere. and there's Growlithe too, and then you just see Darren the Laren, just like, hey, are you forgetting someone? And I was, I imagine that if I had, an Aeron, like, it would have the personality where it would be like, hey, and it just like wouldn't know how to deal with, like, it was always questioning, but like quick to like shout, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so it was like always be quick to shout, and I really like that exclamation point. Unfortunately, this will be the last time that you see it, because it's not in the next one. But yeah, I just thought I thought that was funny. Like when characters had that, they had their like the giant question mark or exclamation point like pop over their head, but it was also shaded like the rest of the picture, because it just like in my brain I was like, so wait, does that mean that like it exists, like this character is just doing something, and then like they get confused, and then like this giant question mark just randomly appears out of their head? Like, how does that work? How does that work? Or like what universe does that? And I just really like that. I like it when they give it those extra dimensions, and like it has its own shading that's just very, very funny to me. So that's why I did it. I already told you about how like Altaria is a migratory Pokemon, and why it's so big. Because it's an apex predator. You can fight me on. No. You can't fight me on that one, because I know that I'm right. Like, objectively speaking, like it's an 8 foot tall dragon bird next to. Well, I guess Rayquaza could eat them, but like I think that thing eats ozone. Like it eats O3. I think that's the symbol for it. O3. Just like this giant, massive dragon just eats molecules. Oh, that's such a weird thought. Does it actually just eat those? I'm sorry, I got distracted. I forgot what I was talking about. So, I imagine Altaria being an apex predator. So that's why it's so big. And in my region, like, whenever they come around, like, people just kind of leave them alone. I mean, they're not like, they're not just flying around scooping up people and eating them. They they really just don't like to be bothered, so they just don't go around humans. But my character in the story, not in this image, because remember that is Swablu, in that he caught an actual like Altaria by accident. He wanted an Altaria, but he caught it by accident because he was going for one, but the Pokeball flew like right past it and caught another one. And I just thought that was really funny. I think it was funny, like when they succeed at something that they wanted to do, but they didn't succeed in the way that they meant to. So he just caught an Altaria by accident, and it didn't listen to him. Oh no, he's there with the level 5 Growlithe that knew Fire Spin, and that was it. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this image. I'm actually gonna say I had a lot of fun with this one, because I actually had to find a way to shade this how do you say it? I don't know how to shade Darren's darker Oreo colored lower half, because it couldn't be. I don't know. It was kind of hard. But I had to, as you saw, I had to darken the colors completely on a multiply layer. It's not that it was hard. Okay, yeah, it wasn't hard. It was just tedious. Anyway, this will be. Yeah, this is the third. Oh, look, I'm shading the. Yeah. I just love that so much. It's shaded, and it's just so funny to me. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching and hopefully listening to my video. And, yeah. Bye.